In August 1953, the democratically elected government of Iran, led by their first ever elected Prime Minister, Mohammad Mossadegh, was overthrown in a British and American-backed coup d'etat. Known as Operation Ajax, the plot, which was orchestrated by the CIA and MI5, used tactics that would destroy democracy in Iran. Tactics which one could argue are still being used today in Venezuela. Let's compare the two cases. After being elected in 1951, Mossadegh nationalised Iranian oil and kicked out the British, an act which was heralded by the people. He promised to fight poverty and let the country benefit from their huge potential wealth in black gold, as opposed to allowing the Anglo-Iranian oil company, better known today as BP, to bleed it dry. Although oil was nationalised back in 1976 in Venezuela, the country has to this day the largest proven oil reserves in the world. Under the democratically elected government of Hugo Chavez, huge strides were taken to use the nationalisation of its oil to fund social programmes and alleviate poverty. Britain responded to Mossadegh by imposing economic sanctions and a worldwide boycott of Iranian oil. As a result of the extreme economic embargo imposed on Mossadegh's government, the people began to question his leadership and started blaming him for the economic crisis that was beginning to plague the country. Although sanctions against its oil have yet to be instigated, they have been threatened. President Trump's new administration have slapped sanctions on Maduro and other members of his government. With paid agents infiltrating his parliament and an attempted assassination, Mossadegh took to dissolving parliament in an effort to take back control of the political turmoil which had taken grip. The move led to calls of dictatorship by his opponents, which was amplified by the CIA-sponsored propaganda. After months of anti-government protesters, which has seen people burnt alive, grenade attacks on government buildings, and mass street blockades, the Venezuelan government called a vote to rewrite the constitution in order to stem the violence and try to restore peace. Maduro is a dictator, a statement which has been amplified across Western media and reinforced by America and its allies, which has only stirred discontent and channeled anti-government sentiment within the country. On August 19th, a mercenary mob, paid for in American dollars, took down the democratically elected government of Iran, an event which changed the course of Iran's history and left the first ever democratically elected Prime Minister to be confined to house arrest, where he later died. On August 11th this year, Donald Trump announced,
"I'm not going to rule out a military option. We have many options for Venezuela."
Will and is history repeating itself?